Sir, we are live now. Please start, sir. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, please go ahead. I'm happy to hear your question. Yes, please ask your question if you have one. I hope the microphone is working. Otherwise, send it by chat, please. That's all right. Nice that you're here. Right. If you have a question, please ask or type it in.
Professor, my greetings to you, Professor.
Good evening. Good afternoon.
First of all, I hope that you're in good health, and uh, and I'd like to apologize about the logistical issues that we often present to you. And I must say that my preparation is now very good compared to what what I was doing earlier. And I must thank you very much. Thank you, Professor.
Well, that's very nice to know. What did you find most helpful about any advice I gave you on preparing?
So firstly,
you mean
sir,
what
of course, sir. I've begun with reading the transcripts slowly and carefully, and the
Yeah,
assignments were also very easy to clear. And I
yeah,
think it only because of you that it is crucial to note that only because of you that I've motivated enough I've started to read. I mean, few of the journals that you've asked us to,
yeah,
like the
yeah,
Politico.
yeah,
I
yes,
did try to find it, and the test
yeah.
transcript. So you are phenomenal in encouraging students. In other courses, I have not seen any other professor do such a thing.
That's very nice to hear. And I'm really glad you find what you say helpful. For any teacher, that's the important thing. Do you find it helpful? I will say I was lucky. I had professors who encouraged me very greatly, and they were patient with my mistakes, all our mistakes. They were very fine teachers, and they were professors of philosophy. But I'm very glad to hear that. Is there any
Yes,
particular point?
definitely, sir.
Yeah, I'm very glad to hear that. And thank you for saying it. It's our approach helps you. That's the really important thing. Equally, if it doesn't help you, please let me know. It's not personal. I don't take it personally because I want to reach you, give you the best, chance I can of understanding the subject.
But of course, sir, I think uh, I would have not reached here. Whether or not I clear this exam or not, I'm definitely very happy with myself that I enrolled for this course. And my attitude towards this learning has greatly improved. I must say this.
That's very nice to know.
Uh, with,
This
with
kind
your
of, sorry,
with your
please
due
say.
permission, sir. Of course, sir. With your due permission, sir, I would like to do the screen sharing, and I wanted to let you know about the assignment that I attempted, so that
Yes.
you would like you would appreciate it that I attempted the assignment.
Yes. Yes, of course, by all means. I'm not quite sure how on this program. I've had problems with connectivity, but I have no great worries if you would like to share material on how you found the approach to the course and what you got from it. And the more specific you can be, I did X, Y, and Z, and so on. It's the more helpful that will be for your fellow participants.
Of course, the fellow participant should also participate, and I would like to say that the host has disabled participant screen sharing, so there's no option to the
Oh,
screen
right.
share
So we can't do that.
share the screen.
Yes, it's bandwidth, I think, because it's very heavy on bandwidth if we use video rather than audio.
Oh,
I
is
think,
it?
yeah,
Okay, sir.
NPTEL have decided that, yes. But that's really nice to hear. And I hope that as a result of what we've done on this course, you find you make sense of what's happening around us in political life and around the world. there are ultimately, perhaps there are no easy answers, but there are ways of doing things, and we can only learn about these by learning about the different ideologies and policies and how they've been carried out and so on. There's a lot of very good material being published around the world. I mentioned only a few things: Spiegel International, some of the Indian news magazines, some of the world's top newspapers. I mentioned them in English because most of us read them in English. Yep.
Most definitely, sir. Yes, sir.
The Guardian, the NYT. There's a lot being said. A lot of people read the Financial Times, the British paper, but I think it's behind a paywall, and so on. So I hope you'll find that you can make more sense of what is being said and about political events and policies as a result.
More particular issue, sir, I would like to raise that about the Al-Atwane, the real origins of the religious right. Professor, I'd like to know, in the exam also, we have to give outright details about it, like everything about it, in the sense that we have to give particular information, like the particular date, and everything should be as it is.
I'm not sure I understand your question.
Let me rephrase it. We have in the fundamentalism worked example, we have the Al-Atwane example, and
yes,
it is quite complex.
Yes.
Al-Atwane is about it is not available easily elsewhere on the net, but is only available in the test transcript as per your research. And I would like to ask you that when I try to study it, so there's a lot of if let's say that the religious clerical, I'm very sorry, the religious clerical and the political class, if they have a clash between, and there's no military issue, in that case, what should happen? If there's no clash in them, what is the way forward in that?
It's a very good question. Okay, the Al-Atwane paper, have you got JSTOR access through your university?
I don't have a JSTOR. I have Sage, Doris by Sage. I did not look it up, Professor, but the only thing is stopping with is that when I look at the questions, I mean the text material is there. There's no continuance in that. Am I supposed to answer it myself, that if there's a clash between the religious clerics and the political class, what happens next?
Right. Okay. It's a very good question. It's been with humanity for a very long time. There's no easy answer, but what we can do is look at the history of such clashes and see what was involved. The Al-Atwane paper is very illuminating because it shows that there seems to be a constant kind of negotiation in Saudi Arabia, because it is specifically about Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken, between the royal family and who are the state. This is an absolute monarchy. Between the ruling family and the particular group of Sunni clerics whom they rely on for moral and spiritual and partly political legitimation. Now, I think Al-Atwane mentions an area where they actually negotiated on an issue when the royal family, the ruling family, wanted to do something, and they needed an interpretation, a particular interpretation of the Sunnah in order to carry it out. But this issue arises all around the world. For example, in Poland, there's a fierce controversy. This is a member of the European Union and one of the larger EU states, 40 million population. That the president, I think, now has the authority to appoint the judiciary. Now, this is, on the face of it, you might say, well, hang on, you can't do that. But it's being done, and there's an issue arising because Poland is a member of a group called the Council of Europe, which is separate from the European Union. set up earlier, several years, about 7 or 8 years earlier. The Council of Europe has written a document, which is almost now worldwide, states adopted all over the world, called the European Convention on Human Rights. And Poland is appointing, or has nominated a judge to this council because a vacancy has arisen. And this judge is a very extreme, hardline Catholic fundamentalist. And this is now quite rightly getting a lot of people very concerned in the European Union. So I'm aware of it. Britain is no longer a member of the EU. Of course, we have been a member of the EC and EU for 47 years until 2020. This is a really serious issue anyway for anyone interested in the state. Similarly, look at President Trump's nominations for the US Supreme Court. Yeah. And many of these were very extreme, hardline Protestant fundamentalist judges. So the question does constantly arise of the relation between they don't have to be fundamentalists, between clerical positions and if you like, the secular polity. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I think we've lost the link. I'll try and answer very briefly on the chat line. I hope we're back. I've sent a brief summary of what I've said. I fear the connection has been erratic. I'm sorry about that. It just is a problem.
My apologies,
Yeah.
sir.
No, not at all. No, it's not your fault. We're all having connectivity problems, and connectivity at my end has been very erratic. I'm grateful that it does work. Yeah. Could you hear what I said earlier?
Fair enough,
I've
sir.
sent a chat. If you open
Yes,
the
I
chat.
did. Yes, I,
Yeah.
see also nomination. And,
Tell me. Yeah.
Poland's, so it would take a while for me to and understand this, but most definitely I will look into this.
Have a look. You'll see very good analyses in the international press. You know, Der Spiegel International, the German news magazine. It's in German. It's in English, and it's an exact translation of the German edition. Have a look at that. Even if you do a search, you'll find some very authoritative analyses. The point is that they give you good background information and help you to do your own informed thinking on these topics. It's a very good topic you've raised.
So it just happened. I was reading it and I found it very. It was intriguing. I just kept on reading it.
Well, that's nice to know. You may be able to find the Alatauna paper through JSTOR or another academic search if your university has one. I think I found it there.
Okay.
But I can't
So
really
on
remember.
a lighter note,
so there is a lot of very fine on this. Tell me.
So on a lighter note, you have please do not mind this, but of Balmer you have written.
Yes. Yeah.
The spelling is the pun that you have made about Connolly. I think it's very humorous.
Oh, it's kind of you to say so. I'll have to look it up myself. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I think was it I'm trying to think. John Connolly was he was in the car with Kennedy when Kennedy was assassinated.
Kennedy.
Right, and he later joined the Nixon administration. I think
You
I've mentioned.
spelled the name, and yes, sir. You have a very nice sense of humor, sir.
Oh, it's very kind of you. Most people just groan at my jokes. I once wound up a year's lectures with a class that was at +2 level, sociology class. And I said at the end, by the way, there's one problem. Nobody got my jokes. And they looked at me and I said, nobody laughed, so nobody got my jokes. They looked at me and they said, we did get the jokes.
Yeah.
The message was clearly my jokes weren't very funny.
Okay, sir. You have your audience, sir.
Well, that's very kind of you. And I'm really glad to hear that you found the course interesting and helpful.
Yes, of course, sir.
Yeah, and particularly the way I approach it. That's very important because I need to think about that, and I think about that all the time. How to get something across, how you can then do your own reading and writing so that you learn the subject, and how I can advise on that. Anything else you'd like to ask or talk about?
Not particularly, sir. I just hope that I do not disappoint you. That, like, as a whole of all the learners, we do not disappoint you. The kind of efforts that you are putting, I hope that we really make you proud.
Well, that's really nice of you to say that. It's very kind of you. My task, my work is to, excuse me, is to make the work accessible to you and the topics and the ideas. That's what I'm there to do. And if what I say and what I do and how we do it develops your interest and enables you to reach informed evaluations of these topics and subjects, then that's all that's needed. In a sense, it may not matter. Okay, it does matter what grades you get, but that's not the end of the world. And you can do this subject and learn it without necessarily getting a good grade and get interested in it. My own department twice went into print. My department of graduate, in 6 weeks, in one autumn when I joined the department, they went into print twice. Into print, they would abolish degree classifications. I think one of them said they would abolish exams. So we are interested in the subject, and we hope we can share that with you so that you're interested as well.
With that note, sir, I would like to take a leave, sir.
Of course. Nice to meet you. Pity we can't meet on screen, but good luck with the exam, and you know, I do hope you enjoyed the subject.
Absolutely, sir.
Okay, all the best, and all the best to everyone here. Okay, well, it's turning 2 o'clock. Good to see all of you who attended, and I hope my answers were helpful. Please keep an eye on the announcements and on the forum. Keep watching for those. Okay, well, all the best for the exam. If you've got further questions, put them in through the forum. Okay, all the best, everyone.